Bramatu Board TV election headquarters, and it's a good time as we approach the climax of the Bayelsa State governorship election. The results are collected already, and if you go to the INEC website, you will be able to see some of the live results as it's coming. As of now, we have total submitted polling units results 1,497 out of 2,242 polling units. We are expecting some of them. And out of 8 local government areas in Bayelsa State, the Brass local government area has 10 wards, 172 polling units, and as of now, we have 130 polling units uploaded on the site.
And also, the Nebe local government area has 13 wards, and out of the 13 wards, 228 polling units, results uploaded 150.
The Kolokuma local government area Bayelsa State has 11 wards, 148 polling units, and 146 as in uploaded.
Ekremo local government area of Bayelsa State having 12 wards, result of a polling unit 258, result uploaded 148 results.
In Sagbama local government area, we have 14 wards, 244 polling units, uploaded results 152.
Southern Major local government area of Bayelsa State, 17 wards and 466 polling unit, results uploaded 162. Also, the Yanagwa local government area of Bayelsa State, 15 wards, 427 polling units, results uploaded 372.
And in Obio local government area, we have 13 wards, 301 polling units, uploaded results as of now 242. We'll be back to continue on this result, but shortly we would like to interview Professor Michael Achibogo as he gives us his analysis of today's election in Bayelsa State.
And looking at the 8th local government area of Bayelsa State in this election, various polling units have been uploaded, and the results are clearly stated in INEC website, and that is what we have just tried to give the update of what has been on in Bayelsa State.
Coming in now, we have 1,540 polling units uploaded out of 2,242. So the results we just called have been uploaded. We have 10 wards Brass local government, 13 wards in Nembe, 14 wards, 11 wards in Kolokuma, 12 wards in Ekeremo, 14 wards in Sagbama, 17 wards in Southern Ijo, 15 wards in Yenekwa, and 13 wards in Obia local government area.
It has been wonderful moments. We look forward to seeing the various results and see the outcome of the elections, and that is what Bayelsas will decide.
The spirits are high.
Anticipation, there is hope. The various political parties that contested keenly in these elections, and hopefully the results are coming, and the results will surely come for Bayelsans to see who will be the governor of the state for these consecutive 4 years.
As of 172 polling units in Brass local government area, we now have 139 uploaded results. Out of 228 polling units in Nembe local government area, we now have 154 results uploaded. Out of 148 polling units in Kolokuma, we now have 148 completed. All the polling units in Kolokuma and successfully delivered to the INEC portal. Ekereba local government, out of 258 polling units, we now have 153 polling units uploaded. And in Sagbama local government area, out of 244 polling units, we now have 158 polling units uploaded. In Southern Ijo local government area, out of 466 polling units, quite a number of it. We now have 172 local government polling units uploaded, and in Yenagwa local government area, we have 427 polling units. We now have 378 uploaded. In Obia local government, we have 301 polling units. we now have 248 polling units uploaded. It makes me wonder, in the Southern John local government, we have 466 polling units, as of now we have just 172 uploaded.
It is very key to have this kind of experience, in the sense that because Southern John is a riverine area where transportation process could be very difficult and challenging. So that could be the result of it. And we look forward, because in most of Bayelsa state elections, Southern Major seem to take the last part of it, because transporting and moving the materials to the local government headquarters for collation and bringing out the results for uploading could be tempting.
Right now, because of the rivers, you don't really need to, except they have the network challenge.
Sometimes it could be network, because
it has to be network,
like for instance, if you travel to some of the creeks, there is no network. Some of the villages are pulling.
Yes, so it's the network.
Yes,
the network challenge. Well, there's been an upgrade. Right now, we have 1,564 polling units delivered out of 2,242. We are positive that probably before the end of today,
more updates are
coming, and
we anticipate to see what is going. When we expect to get feedback from Dr. Monday, who is giving us update and analyze the political scene that is taking place in Bayelsa State, and who will be the governor of Bayelsa State's 2023 election.
The big question, Bayelsa decides.
Yes, that is the big question, and there is a lot of anxiety, a lot of expectations, a lot of hope of different political parties as coalition processes are going, as results are coming in, and update on INEC websites. People are anticipated for victory. Now, when you look at the various local government areas, for instance, now the Kolokumo-Pukuno local government area that has been completed, with having 11 wards and 148 polling units, all of it has been completed, and other local government wards, polling units, for instance.
Kolokumo is the local government area of the incumbent governor Diri Doye.
Yes.
Doye. It's a good start.
That is, initially we heard from a reporter who said that within that this election has been peaceful, and a lot of cool activities were ongoing. So that is, I think that is the outcome, the peaceful aspect that we could witness from there.
And they have the smallest amount of polling units too, so we can understand that their results is coming earlier than others.
It could be so, because if you look at their, for instance, now if you look at Brass local government has 10 wards and 172 polling units. Okay, if you look at Kolokumo, 11 wards, 148, smallest among all the various local government areas in terms of populations. And we have now gotten 154 that has been latest updates on INEC website. We still anticipate more as activities unfold. Brass, it was 130, now 139. That is the new updates. Also, we're still looking forward to get a response from Dr. Monday, a development expert, who is going to tell us the positions of things in Bayelsa state election. Climates from this morning activities till this particular time. How will you define the processes from the feedback that we have gotten?
Well, while they've been this
people
The opinions of BAYELSA have gone on the election polls today. Who do you think is leading? By now, do you think you know of someone who is likely to emerge as the winner of the governorship election?
Okay, by our forecast, we have looked at the incumbent by actually having to take the lead in these current elections.
Okay.
Even that we have done some form of legwork, but however, we should not take that for granted that the opposition will go to sleep for that reason. If you recall, the Labour Party said that he's not in contest with political parties, but rather with the umpire itself, which is also a tragedy to our electioneering processes and how we have trust issues with how the umpire has handled matters in the past couple of weeks.
How would you analyze, or how would you talk about the dominant issue of votes buying today? And vote selling, it was quite dominant in every polling center.
It also speaks to the Bureau of Statistics report that our multidimensional poverty is alarming all over the country. And if BAYELSA is also a flashpoint for multidimensional poverty, vote buying will not be out of the question. So it will be hypocritical for us to say that vote buying did not happen or will not happen. So we'll be playing to the gallery that we're trying to discourage it. It will be out of place.
Can we now say that democracy is properly practiced in BAYELSA today?
Well, it is a form of democracy you look at, which is also a commercial form of democracy, you call it.
Yeah, I think that was something, commercializing democracy.
Yeah. So the fact remains that people are living from hand to mouth, cap in hand, looking for any available source of succor, and this is an opportunity that comes at this BS where people with deep pockets can come around and also convince them for the next 4 years to keep them in that perpetual servitude. So we will have to live with it until we decide that we are not going to do that. There's nothing we can do. We have to live with that fact that vote buying and people would actually manipulate processes as far as people are poor.
Dr. Monday,
yes, sir.
Looking at the issue of vote buying, what do you think can be done in regard to that? Is it lack of voters' education, or what do you think is responsible for all this?
Primarily responsible. Today,
I will be very realistic. It requires no theories or any form of quantification. The fact remains that people are poor, they are hungry and need to feed. And there is no other place they will get monies except from those who are political office holders who have enough in their pockets to share around. People will always be victims of vote buying. Because the truth be said, where else would they get money from? The biggest industry today in Nigeria is government. Until you empower people and give them opportunities to have jobs, give them opportunities to have self-dignity and respect for themselves by what they do and honestly live by it, people can then call your bluff when you bring money to them for elections. For now, I don't see that as feasible. And I told you, BAYELSA is a flashpoint for multidimensional poverty. And if you look at that, there's nothing you can do about it. Until we change the narrative by empowering our people, there is nothing we're going to do about it. Vote buying has come to stay until we empower the people. When people are empowered, they can call your bluff if you bring money to them.
It's a very realistic point. And if we spoke with Chief Nigi James, who talked about that EFCC was on ground when all these processes were going. What can EFCC do in regard to the agencies? What can the agencies do in order to shaping in this aspect of vote buying?
The best they can do is to arrest offenders.
Exactly.
That's the best they can do. You arrest offenders, who are in breach of the law and they face the wrath of the law. That is the best they can do. But the question is, those who accepted the money, are you going to prosecute them? Voters who accepted the money, will you arrest them? How do you arrest a poor person and add to the retinue of people in your prisons that are already congested? So the question is, first, let's ask ourselves how to deal with multidimensional poverty, not by bringing in EFCC and ICPC. EFCC and ICPC serves as deterrents in a system where already people are provisioned and empowered, and people will feel insulted when you bring money to them to buy their votes, and they will call on the regulatory bodies to arrest you. The case today is that people are even angry with the EFCC and the ICPC for coming to arrest people who are offering them money.
You talked about multidimensional poverty. It is a very sensitive word, and Bayelsa State is oil producing states in the Niger Delta region. What can be done with the abundance of oil when these opportunities are not created and emphasis on poverty is still repeatedly occurring?
No, these are two dislocations, please. I think we should not mix it up. Okay. You see, let's focus on the electoral processes, but when you're talking about multidimensional poverty, you look at certain factors. Mind you, the oil resources in the state is not controlled by the state government. It is a federal resource. It's a natural resource, and allocations come from the national level. But when we look at subnational governance, we look at internally generated revenues and the capacity of the state to pull its people out of poverty. If the state has that capacity after receiving allocations from the national level, which is internally generated revenue, then we'll have reasons to actually ask the state government to account for what it has done to bring people out of poverty. But this is a subject of discourse for another day.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, but let's face the fact that
as of yesterday,
in its own essence is across board in the country, and sadly, despite our natural resource, we have a lot of poor people around. Over 50% of our citizens are in poverty. So it is not just restricted to Bayelsa.
Okay.
As of yesterday, the eagerness to vote we did think was very high, considering the way people traveled and the way people talked about today's election in Bayelsa State. But reports reaching us is that we had massive turnout just in few locations, because it seemed like some people, even markets were even open, the Tombia market for instance, and people went about their daily lives, and reports is that the turnout in the polling units was quite low, considering the amount of registered voters in Bayelsa State. What do you think was responsible for this today?
I guess, I told you that politics in Nigeria has been weaponized by two major tools: ethnicity and religion. Now, a lot of people, the movement you saw yesterday were places where most of these candidates have level of influence over. So because they have substantial level of influence, for example, governorship candidates like the incumbents and the opposition parties, their people were likely to move towards those directions. So those massive movements you saw yesterday are more towards the directions and locations where candidates or parties hold fort. So if you find people coming out in Tombia markets to go about their normal businesses, is that perhaps maybe there's no candidate from that location.
Yes, we also had a report that from one of our journalist correspondents in Bayelsa that INEC officials were changed in regard to when the activities were about to kickstart replaced with political party agents. How will you describe that allegation?
Did that correspondent confirm that information? If it is confirmed, then I will speak to it. But if it is not confirmed that political party agents replace INEC officials, because I have not seen INEC confirm that, now I'm not in a position to speak on that matter. I will only speak on a matter that has actually been verified and confirmed. That is the basis of what I know in my journalism practice, that every information I speak to are verified informations.
Yes, thank you very much. Also, the area of some polling units having challenges of people not participating and the massive aspect of vote buying. From your own opinion, what do you think is the way forward in the Nigerian electoral process?
I'm giving you the answer. Put money in people's pockets, empower them. There's nothing more than that. Give people dignity in life, and there should be respect to labor. If I am a carpenter and I can comfortably take care of my family as a carpenter, I don't think if you bring any money to me, it can convince me or change my convictions about who you are as a political candidate.
Yes.
So the truth be said, until people are empowered to live a life that gives them some form of dignity, we will continue to have vote buying. Vote buying is a product of poverty, and poverty starts from the mind. It is not about dirty clothes or people living in shanties or slums. Poverty first starts from the mind.
Yes.
So some people you see today with even jeeps and bigger vehicles living in mansions and duplexes are also poor at heart.
Yeah. Thank you so much for letting us have you. It has been a really, really educating section with you. We look forward to having you sometime soon. Thank you so much, sir. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Monday. As a development expert, we even talked about this aspect of poverty. If you have this, your community infrastructural development, job opportunities being created, that aspect of vote buying will be a thing of the past, because actually they don't see those government representatives too often in their communities. So coming in for election period, the hope of the people is that this is the right time for us to make our money that has not been used to develop our own areas. So I think that is the aspect that Dr. Mondo talked about, poverty in the whole of the people, and what is the way forward. He has said it, put money in people's hands, and definitely this mindset of vote buying will be a thing of the past.
Can money ever be enough? I think too that it's a personal.
When you talk about put money in people's pocket, it's also about the infrastructural development.
Can money ever be enough in a person's pocket?
Employment opportunities.
Can money ever be enough in a person's pocket? Because I can have all the money and still that 7,000 naira I still want it. So at the end of the day, if we leave it all to just saying that if you put money, if you empower people, vote buying will stop completely. We give too much of our power away, because at the end of the day, even whether people have money in their hands or not, it's still a personal choice, the personal decision to say, you know what, I've had enough, I'm not going to sell my vote. The fact that they are in multi-dimensional poverty shows that they've not had the best in terms of governance. So I think such people are the ones who are going to say, you know what, long enough, we are done having you more weaponized poverty against us. We are going to vote our conscience. So I think that it's still a personal value, and if the people can be more informed or perhaps improve on their value system, that can also make vote buying a thing of the past.
Now, when we talked about that aspect of money is not enough, when you have something that you are doing, you will be contented with it, unlike when you don't have what you are doing. Like, for instance, most of the pocket of crime that is happening, find out that traceable to joblessness, and people want to survive with it. And by the time when opportunities are created, definitely you can see reductions in those particular various crimes people commit. And vote buying is an electoral crime. And at this point in time, Bayelsa state election in some various parts has been peaceful, and election processes results have been uploaded in INEC website, and Baramatu Voice we have been on since morning, and it is a good thing to be the part of this beautiful session.
There have been lots of questions coming in today, and I'll just like to reiterate to some of them. One of the questions, how can we end vote buying in Nigeria? Can it really end? How would multidimensional poverty in Bayelsa State be eradicated? Can it really go as soon as possible? There have been lots of questions about the security. There have been questions about a number of things in the election. There have been few irregularities, but at most, we think the election has been peaceful, and we are likely to get good results. As at now, the results are already being uploaded to the INEC portal. Over 72% of the Bayelsa State governorship election results have been uploaded to the INEC portal. So you can log on to the INEC portal, go to election results, and you can connect live with the reports of the election. We will meet you soon. I will announce the latest news on Bayelsa State governorship election. It's been so good having you on here with us. Do well to share your thoughts, do well to ask your questions, do well to share on the social media platforms. Reporting live from the Bayelsa election headquarters. Thank you so much. My name is Joy London.
Joy London, very wonderful moment. Asiayi Naibo, my name.
The people. Matu voice of the people. Matu Voice. Voice of the people.